like ordinary. Okay. You live in my dream state. I'm alive, I believe I'm alive. I believe I am live. Flipping. Talking of live, we got live in the chat. Hello. Tibbs. Oh man, what a legend. What a legend. We got immediate legends in the chat. George, Tibbs, Mark, John. I mean, you talk about the Gospels. You talk about the four Gospels. It's George. Mark and John. George, Mark, Tibbs, John. We got Mark and John. We have a Matthew and a Luke. We've definitely got a few Matthews. Matthew Wood is immediately here. We've got a John, a Matthew, a Mark. We need a Luke. We have like 13 people in the chat. And we have a Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Looks like this stream is about to be blessed. Let me just put the Instagram story up. Matthew, that is yours to work out, mate. Luke, I can't believe you just turned up. Floated in like Jesus. We've got all of the flipping... Well, not all the disciples, right? I'm not an expert on Christian... theology, but... Simply the Gospels. Live. On YouTube. We need a Judas here. Hell yeah, Sigrid. Guess I'll have to stay up a bit longer. Abso-flippin'-lutely. Abso-flippin'-lutely. Alright. Ooh. Good little start there with the voice break. My Dice Chess Elo now is 1950 Tibbs, I believe. 1950, I think, as of yesterday. Anyway, Tibbs, check your DMs from me on Patreon. I DM'd you on Patreon. I'm inquiring into your latest shenanigans. There's a tournament. There's a freestyle tournament right now. Honestly, Matthew. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Right. Honestly, I'm just gonna try and play some rapid right now. I'm thinking of playing some, a little slower, a little more relaxed, talking to chat, having a nice couple hours in the stream, and then, getting a nice, decent sleep. Right. Bishop e5, bishop here. Takes, c4, c6, takes, knight f3, e5. Kingside castles, e4. Rook e1. Queenside castles, knight here. Queen f5. Knight takes here. And I think we win. So let's hope that happens. Let's it's kind of the most... This is prep. I played this game like in a YouTube video, I'm gonna say 8-9 months ago. This is legitimately unbelievable. This is literally exactly what I just said. We got Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in the stream immediately. The Holy Spirit immediately here, exactly. Right. Now, the interesting thing is, the reason I know this particular line is because I have it saved in a Lee Chess study called Mysterious Chinese Beverage Game. Now, that is because I was drinking a Chinese beverage that I could not read the name of. I've since found it was, I believe, Master Kong iced tea. When I played it, and then I happened to get it again 6-7 months later. 6-7. I just did. I've been watching too many Instagram reels. Forgive me. And I was drinking the same beverage. So the question is, do I play knight g4 or bishop c5? I think they're both very strong moves. I think probably I can transpose. I mean, there's the amount of pressure I can just easily apply to this with the open f file now, with the bishop out here and the rook here. I know I'm winning here. I'm gonna start. Can I remember this game? Can I remember this game? Knight g4. Right. No, I'm going bishop c5. I mean, I think both are very good moves. I can't quite remember this game. I imagine my opponent takes one of the rooks here. And in that... Right, so I don't know if my opponent is aware that en passant is this rule in chess where effectively you can take, despite not, despite the opponent even being there. Now, I could also take like this. I could also take like this with tempo on the queen and not even lose my rook and then play rook f8, knight g4 and have the most pressure on here ever. That's possible. Your queen can't go here, nor here, nor here. So rook takes does seem kind of compelling, to be completely honest. En passant is forced. Good point, Ninja Banana. I could take this way. But then you get bishop e3, and that slows things down a little. So I don't really want to give that. This keeps the tempo. I mean, I'm sure this is a great move as well, and there's maybe some freaky idea, but I don't know why I wouldn't play rook d4. I mean, look at my pieces. This is unbelievable. And I'm probably, given that I've got this tempo on your queen, and you might just have to play like a useless queen e2 dodging this, I probably get rook f8. Don't even lose the rook. Caracal is my name on the Epstein files. No. I just joined Wisely Hunger Porn 4 ways. Good point. That is impressive, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've done so, hoping, I believe, that I take en passant and then bishop here becomes a... Wow. And I just win. That's absolutely insane. That's absolutely insane. I'm going to cry. I'm literally going to start crying. I'm going to start crying. Oh my god, I'm going to start crying. What an absolute major sell. How did I sell so hard? I just sold so hard. This was literally a free YouTube video. I can't believe I just sold that hard. Guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. This was a perfect game. This was literally... I predicted the entire opening. Oh. I'm so bad at chess. I'm so bad at chess. Oh, I'm just down a piece. Actually, am I down a piece? No, I'm down an exchange and a pawn. Please don't leave. Please don't leave, guys. I'm praying you do not leave. I will weep for days. Still a YouTube video. I don't know about that, mate. I don't know if I can put that on my channel. There's still some vague hope, because I can go knight here, maybe. Will Taylor Days, I'm so sorry you just witnessed that. I literally was completely That was a legitimate actual crash out. Pause. It's not that deep. It's a game of chess. I can't be aggressively... I'm a grown man. I can't be throwing a tantrum like that. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. How... I just didn't think... I felt so in control that I didn't for a second dream they'd have any counterplay. And the thing is as well, there's just no need to hang this whatsoever. Knight here. Fantastic move. They take this. I go here, check, here, take here. Your rook's hanging, so is the other one. That would have been great. I genuinely can't believe this. Can I make the comeback? That is the biggest sell of all time. I predicted the entire game in the most outrageous way. referencing a game I played 8 months ago. True. Did one of the gospels leave? That's what probably happened here. If one of our sweet gospels left, I think I know what happened. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. Okay, well, yeah, fine. Just gonna vaguely hope here. Is there a universe where I can kick this and win this? Maybe. Is there also a universe where you just take this? Yes. Is there a universe where I try and sneak and do some damage here? Blame God all you want. I'm not blaming God, I'm blaming the Gospels. Oh, John, mate, I'm sorry. John, you've been sending me some good reels recently. Ooh, harsh voice break. Everything's gone wrong. Shaitan is whispering in my ear. I'm so sad. I'm literally so sad. That was such a good game. That was so awesome. And I completely sold it for no reason. Ooh. Ooh. Hello, a fool whirring on about chat. Oh, it's flipping. I get confused. Your real name is, not to dox you here, but Colin? I believe. I've now forgotten due to all of this name changing, but now that you've switched up the names, you know, a fair few times, well, I mean literally once actually, I say a fair few times, literally once, please don't go back and watch me blunder my queen in a completely winning position having played the most disgusting live prep. Okay, I may just, if it is alright with you, refer to you as Colin from here on out, because I feel as though referring to you by a 6-word moniker may not be efficient time-wise. Fantastic. Yeah, this is Jose Raul Capablanca that you're currently bearing witness to. Now, this is my only hope here. I might be gone, but you might take the knight. And you might blunder not only a fork, but checkmate. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Did they get thinking about the fork? I'm so sad. I'm so sad that I just gave my queen there for no reason. This could have been the most disgusting game. I just need to quickly analyze. Man, I'm so bad at this. You guys, I'm so sorry. This literally was going to be the most perfect game. I literally predicted, from this position, I predicted all of this. Although knight g4 slightly better. Okay, noted. This obviously happens, and I play this move here, and lose my queen. Oh yeah, flipping Jose Raul Capablanca started his own YouTube channel. Everyone go subscribe to that. Everyone go smash a little subscribe. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Go to channel. I checked out a couple of the videos, I think. Yeah, I had a little look at your first game video, and the short and sweet one here. If I can make a humble recommendation as a veteran of this YouTube game, you do well probably to crop out the top bar here. I don't know what current recording software you use. Maybe dabble in OBS. Do a little I'll put it forward again and no one will know what's going on. I don't know what hold on, what's message retracted. Anyway, if you maybe dabble in OBS, that would be a suggestion. A humble bit of constructive criticism perhaps, just because with the whole bar at the top is not the sleekest look, and I know all about sleek looks here at the Will Taylor Chess channel. I mean, look at this sleek look we got going on. Okay, I need to play another game and wipe my slate clean. I need to wipe myself off the face of the earth as well after playing bishop takes bishop, carelessly losing what could have been the most beautiful game. The most beautiful game. Bonsoir, Louis. Precisely, exactly. You need to do outrageous thumbnail faces. Every time you use the brilliance of red brilliance and losses, vice versa. There's literally zero correlation. Red brilliants are to be sought after, And if you're losing games, that must be because of the weird green moves that you're playing, probably. How long will I be in 71.8k subs? Good point. Let's be real. The sub progression hasn't really happened, you know, for about a year. But audio's a bit low. Audio could be a bit low. I don't currently know how to do anything about that. I have to apologize. I mean, I've got my mic. It's turned up to the maximum it can be in OBS. I might dabble in this because this is a semi-regular complaint from quite a few people. So, thank you. Cheers, Ben. Thank you very much, mate. Right, I'm going to play knight here. And this is prep, actually. I think their best move is d2, not d2. d2 before knight here. If they go knight here, we can go queen b5, drive the knight back. If they go bishop d7, there's a line queen takes here, takes, rook takes, castles, and then some, freaky stuff. Ben, don't do that. I mean, the prediction was insane. It is a touch low. Okay, I'll look to remedy this in the future. But for now, I'm not able to do anything about that. My bad. Maybe I can just speak like this for the whole video. I don't know if that actually makes you louder. I'm predicting the exact lines of everything we're seeing right now, which is rather nuts. Now, queen b4 is a move. It attacks my bishop, it attacks my knight. I was looking at this recently in a coaching session that I did with one of my intermediate clients. Damn it. Shut up. Shut up, alien gambit time. Okay, right. The question now is, what do I do here? I think I've seen this before, and it's a shame that I don't remember this. Not a shame as in, oh well, a shame as in, like, I feel shame. True. Predict you winning this time. Shut up. Shut up. God damn it. I think in the past I've played, like, knight b5, and that's somehow been a blunder. What's with these homies? This is my girl. I really should know the move here. This is a disgustingly complex position. And I don't know what to play. Is rook e1 a move? It can't be, can it? Yeah, because after you take, I go check. I just in case it is, I'd love to play it. I'd love to play it. I think I've played knight b5 before and it lost. I mean, the queen trade might be a move. Is rook e1 a move? Takes check. But you block here. The thing is, I'm giving up my queen, so I think taking is probably wise, but I don't want to. You know, I feel as a petulant child must feel. I have bishop here. This must be a move. Takes like knight here. Just feels lame, honestly. Rook e1 sounds like a genius red brilliant. Okay. Here, bishop f4. Knight here. It's just a problem. It's just a major problem. Because I play this. Takes. And I'm just down an exchange at least. Right. This is a very critical position. If I can find the move here, I'll probably be doing very well. And the analysis here will provide an opportunity for me to finally understand the reply to queen d6. Sand, I'm sorry. This one's kind of forced, mate. I'm sorry. My opponent's played 12 moves of theory. Excuse me. Right. What is going on? I don't like this. There must be a move here because I know that the computer likes all of this so far. Shh, George, I didn't even trade it for the knight. That's the worst part. I didn't capture that knight back. Sorry, it was just lost. I traded it for nothing. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, I'm not loving this at all. I feel obliged to trade. I do have this. And I mean, there might just be this in the end. That could get problematic. Whatever. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm very sorry to have done that. Bishop takes likely. I'm thinking knight b5, maybe. I'm also thinking just bishop d3. Maybe we start with rook e1. Kingside castles. Probably bishop d3 at some point. This is going to be quite equal, I think. Knight b5. You probably don't want to give me this check to dislodge the king, because I could always just pivot out and dislodging the king. Excuse me, dislodging the king seems reasonable. Here, bishop e8. What's with these armies? This is my girl. I'm just gonna take like this. I don't know, man. I mean, the position can't be terrible for me. Bishop f4 to threaten rook e1. Yeah, but just bishop f4. I don't know. We'll definitely look at the analysis. It'll be very interesting. They just take the queen. There's like nothing I could do to stop the queen trade there, to my knowledge. There probably was, because I think I've looked at this line and I think it's more exciting. Is there some kind of sacrifice where I then go rook to d1? Here, counterattacking my knight, and if I take, you defend the bishop or something? Okay. Is there a universe where I trap this rook, maybe? I need to fight for something here. Not really doing that right now. I could play just rook d1 as a threat. Okay, I like that. I like that as a threat. Excuse me. Auto karate. Shepherd from Shechar. I mean, that's appropriate. Ooh, do you see my bold patch there? Okay, right. That's maybe a bit of a problem. Could play this. They're just gonna try and take my pawn. I might have just lost the pawn for no reason. Let's at least go like this, because then your bishop's hanging if you trade. And if you take my pawn now, I can at least take on f6 and double some pawns. And now the bishop's hanging, and so is this knight if the bishop gets too ambitious. So like a bishop here. But like a rook here, I could sack my rook, takes, and then pick this knight up. So I think bishop here is kind of forced. To some extent, at least. And then maybe I take here and pick this up, but you just take this. I don't know, I could play bishop d5. I quite like the position, though. I mean, it's quite balanced. I hate that. I hate that the pawn structure is balanced. We're both castle kingside. No material imbalance, but in terms of who's got initiative right now, it is indeed warming up, precisely, George. George, you just say it how it is, mate. By the way, I did my second jiu-jitsu class. Straight ankle locks. In my second jiu-jitsu class. What's going on there? What's going on there? The YouTube live viewers count blocks your time on iPhone. That's a good question. I might do that. Thank you. That's good. That's good information. I appreciate that. Listen, mate, I don't straight ankle locks in my second session, and then we were doing straight ankle lock escapes. And then live drilling where a guy would just crank a straight ankle lock, and I had to try and escape. Second session ever. Anyway, we're gonna go here maybe to hold this down. I mean, I have some initiative. I need to keep that, otherwise this is just going to fizzle out into absolute nothing. Bishop, or rather knight g5, you just go h6 probably, and I don't have anything to do from there. So, two burly policemen threw me around the room for weeks on end. Alright. Colin. That sounds like a good weekend, mate. I mean, I could start with this, I suppose. I guess I'll do this. I mean, this is hanging. You don't have an obvious place to put it that makes direct progress. Okay, we're back. I just keep muting myself. I've got this little thing on the bottom of my mic. A touch-sensitive mute button, which allows me to cough aggressively without having to go into OBS, etc. Knight b5 was indeed the best move after queen d6. Damn it, I thought it was, but I feel like I've been punished in the past for that. Maybe it's because I didn't know the move after queen b4. Knight b5, queen b4. And then I think maybe I should have just played rook e1. Because then takes and... Yeah, you know what it might have been? I might have misdiagnosed my problem from a previous game. Because before, I do believe, I've played that and lost, and I think I've learned the wrong lesson. I'm just gonna grab this. I've learned the wrong lesson, which is the knight b5 is a bad move. Knight b5 is not a bad move, I don't believe. Instead, yeah, in terms of pure intuition, George, my stand-up game is kind of decent, I think. In terms of just being able to, like, I feel like I've already got quite a natural sport. Like, I've never done any, like, wrestling training, so to speak, but, do you know what I mean? I grew up with a brother of a similar age. Played rugby my whole life. The kind of intuitive things like sprawling, like going like a single leg and a double leg, and the trips and stuff, I seem to be picking that up relatively quickly. I don't even think I'm terrible on the ground for the amount of training, but for sure, there's a lot to be desired, you know what I mean? My opponent should almost certainly take this, but then maybe rook b1 and things get a little interesting, so you don't have to play like a rook a4. That looks a little dubious, at least. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know. Although I literally rolled with a like a competitive wrestler yesterday, probably about 110 kg, something like that. Time in my country right now, it is 1:45 tomorrow. Ooh, what a crazy way to phrase that. Yeah, he's apparently some kind of English champ wrestler, purple belt jiu-jitsu, is what I was told after rolling with him for a 5-minute round, where the first takedown attempt, I sprawled, and I was like, oh my god, I'm the greatest of all time. And I kind of stuffed it a bit, and then he just immediately duck undertook my back. 0 resistance, and also I know he was trying about 10%, so it's like... Cage fight channel in the future. Listen, mate, I'm definitely going to try and become a very competent martial artist and then bring that to the world of chess, because I think they're the same thing to some extent, you know? This is interesting. You're going after this twice. Yeah, I feel that, George. I feel that. I do feel that indeed. Listen, mate, my side control Americana threat is unparalleled. What's with these homies? Listen, my girl. If here. Okay, I'm going to start with this to put a little pressure on this. We're just threatening a simple remove the defender right now. I mean, I've got this initiative right now. No, I didn't. Ninja Banana. Absolutely 0 clue, mate. Sorry. Here. It feels like I'm gonna go backwards. I don't love this though. Here, and then what? What's the follow-up? That's not even pinned to anything important. Because I can attack it with a bishop, but you can just take, and then I take this bishop, and it's like, okay, that was just a fancy way of trading. So I feel like I've actually really messed up there. G5, H6. It could be useful to just induce H6. I don't really see a very compelling case for that, though. I'm going to start with this. Let's just get a bit of love. You know, when in doubt. 100%. I would also love to read that. I'm sorry, Ninja Banana. You're in Ireland, right? I believe. Oh, we believe. Oh, you're telling me you didn't keep hold of the magazine article? Terrible, terrible behavior, Jose. Okay. Okay, Jose. Sorry. Let's just keep it moving. I just need to keep it moving because my time's getting nasty low. This is a very weird game. A weird game indeed. You do have this, but then I have this. And it doesn't seem obvious where you put that rook, nor how you defend this knight. So, actually, you could be in some trouble here. Because this might hang this, and this might hang this. Hold on. They might be cooked. I might have stumbled into a tactic. I need a haircut, I think. I adjust my hair far too often, and I'm far too worried about it. Jafro, do you live in Spain, or were you holidaying in Spain? I think, honestly, somehow I've walked into a position, I mean, just chasing the pure aesthetic. Maybe there's a lesson in there, you know? not to be so teleologically minded, and instead to just chase the aesthetic, and good things will occur. Do you know what I mean? I'll send you a pic of mine, show your barber. Go on, mate. Scanny Bob openings like the French Carol and Sicilian. Why are you asking a serious question about chess that I have to think about? What the hell? I'm a chess streamer, mate. How inappropriate. Oh, Christ, is that a move? Hold on, let me come back to that. I can Desperado this? Desperado. Oh my God. Hold on. I think I take this. Rook takes, bishop takes here. I attack both. I've got the Luft. You got the Luft. You got the Luft. You got the Luft. To see me through. We get the fork in the end, right? I absolutely agree with that, George. I absolutely agree. Especially like gi jiu-jitsu, I'd imagine. It's literally like you like grab a thing and then grab another thing. And, do you know what I mean? Not that I particularly, you know, espouse the virtues of gi jiu-jitsu. Am I stupid? Am I actually thick? I should have just taken the rook. Oops. Nah, probably not a brilliant move, eh? Because I've messed up here. Let's Desperado this and then get this. What things am I talking about? Currently, for some reason, martial arts. Actually, Joe Rogan would be a fantastic chess player. Possibly. I think he wouldn't care. You know, me and Joe Rogan are close personal friends, and given that I know the guy so well, I can with confidence say it wouldn't. It's not. There's not enough on the line. You know what I mean? Right. I feel as though I probably could have done far more with this, and just like, for instance, taking the rook and not trying to be too clever with tactics, because bishop b1 kind of won some stuff in the end. However, I shouldn't be opposite kind of flipping bishops. Get off me. I don't want to draw. I don't want to draw. Ich will nicht ein draw. Let's just keep on dark squares. I probably should have taken the draw. I mean, you know, the time situation is currently not looking too healthy. I have to be honest. You can't do anything, I don't think, unless bishop h3. I was relying on that not being the move. That might have been stupid. I'm really putting stuff on light squares for some reason. Do I like that? Oh, I feel like I should have taken my king there somehow. Have I just lost this? Hold on. Is it going to be a draw by repetition? And we take the pawn, come back here. No, I was going to do that. Oh, I was going to do it. I was going to do it. Damn it. There was no... They were going to be pre-moving. I was going to nab this, and then I was going to give a check. I can't believe that was a draw. Whatever, I didn't deserve the win. Charlie, if you want to see the live chat button, I found a trick. Hold your phone up straight, close the chat window, minimizable stream, refresh your YouTube. Sigrid with the technological breakdown. Thank you very much. That's probably quite helpful to a few people. Cheers, Sigrid. Damn it. That's okay. We go again. Actually, no, we don't. Stop. We pause, we analyze, we check knight b5. And yeah, I had big advantage and just threw it away. What an Egypt. What an absolute good-for-nothing Egypt. Take this. You can have this. I'm up in exchange, and I get this in the end. Sorry. Yo, it's going fantastically, if you can call it a job, don't it, Batman? It's going fantastically indeed. Right, we're just going to have a little look, though, at this particular line. Great. Best. Great. Knight b5. Sorry. Knight b5. Now, the question is, am I correct in saying that after queen b4... Okay, queen b4 just sucks, apparently. Oh, no, it's what I'm thinking of is if queen b4 in this position. Because that is a move, but then I think I just play knight e5. Yeah, and if you take this, then I take on c6, threatening mate, and if you take, then I have mating all the bishops. Oh my lord, okay, cool. Yeah, this is freaky stuff. But queen d6, knight b5, their only move is to trade queens. We go check, king d8, knight a6. Wow, is the only thing that keeps a small amount of advantage. What am I threatening though? This? What's logical? You know what? We're going to very marginally quickly go over to Lichess. See if I can remember that game. Steiner into Otto Schnapp into... What have I just done? I played a Caro-Kann. Okay. Man, there's too much of that recently on the World Series channel. Queen e7, knight c3, knight f6 here. En passant, block. Knight c6. Knight f3. Bishop d7 takes, rook here takes. Castles, queen d6, knight b5. Okay, so the question now is, in this position, if we look at the database, white has a very strong win rate. Wow. Queen c7, knight c7. King d8 almost always played. Sigrid absolutely clutching it up for Charlie right there. Press scanning above the openings. Oh, yes. Why do I feel as though it gives me... There are more opportunities, in my opinion, for playing positions that kind of feel like e4 positions, but just down a tempo. Or you just spend a pawn to get the tempo. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, here. Ostensibly knight a6 best move, which I can get behind. And then bishop e6. Okay, there aren't enough games for this to have been very useful, but I did think that was a useful move. Then bishop d3. The king's kind of open, and there should be some tactics there. This is if my opponent plays very accurately. But if they play maybe another logical move, like... To be fair, that is kind of the only logical move I'm seeing there. Bishop f5, fine, you hold this, but you give up this, so... Okay. Okay, fine. This is the new understanding. And we can then tickle that game. As we tickled this one, I'm still feeling good. I mean, I'm feeling terrible about that initial blunder, but I'm playing some good games. Blind tactics on Lee Study. We'll just watch it. Don't... No, I did not. That's a good... I like that. We're playing a woozle. So which country do you have to be from to play the woozle? To bamboozle with the woozle. Which country do you have to be from, Caleb? Oh, what? When the bishop was on... Yeah, the bishop was in the way of the rook moving. Good point. Good point. Ulrich 8. Good point. Oh, dude, JDX, you've got to... No. Okay. Oh, what? As in, there are other cool things is what you mean. You didn't disagree about my sort of overarching point, more the... They don't really have any other good stuff. Yeah, to be fair, that was a bit of a throwaway comment that I regretted, but then had to... Uzbekistan, Caleb. Caleb, that's a good one, man. Caleb, Uzbekistan is awesome. Okay. What am I doing? Let's play this. If they push this pawn, I need to then realize that this is hanging because they can take with a discovery. Okay, fantastic. What country is the England gambit from? It's Henry England, right? No, that's Grob. That's the Grob. It's the bloke called England, though. It was his surname. I don't know which country that is. Okay. I'm just... Wait, no, if I do... Sorry, this is what I need to remember. That this is still a tactic if I play a6. For the longest time, I just blunder this for some reason. I don't know why. Is there any chance that c4 is a good move? Was ist das in den Lebens? Mate, I don't speak German. My bad. I can unpin, but you just take here anyway. This might be a flawed opening. You play knight c3? So you disagree with me about... Right, hold on. Would you like a game? A fool wittering on about chess. Would you like a game where you play e4, I play d5, and you play knight c3? I didn't remember it completely. I just remember there was a bishop on the square. Knight h7 would have gone in and attacked the rook that was on f8, right? The bishop was on e8. And the light square bishop was gone back, defending knight on c6. Maybe I do remember all of it. Damn. I'm cracked as hell at chess. Okay. I think this is kind of stupid. I'm gonna just play it anyway. Okay, we're gonna play a fool wittering on about chess. I often find myself in the same boat as a fool wittering on about chess, but I will. Some unfortunate member has been denied a gifted sub. How come? Oh, what? Because I didn't guess which country the England Gambit's from. Oh, let me do a proper guess then. Hold on. I know it was the guy's surname. So England. German. Sounds German to me. England. Like gesund means healthy. Or health or something. So I'm gonna say Germany. England Gambit guy. Fritz England Swedish. Oh, damn it. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go. Alright, goodbye, obeyed. Goodbye. Your guess was Sweden. What a legend. Max or Dustin Poirier. Ah, man. I really like Max. Good stuff, Pollius. That's impressive. Cheers, babe. Chess is fun, yeah, or kind of easy. No, yeah, I'm not remotely improving at chess right now. I've actually gone significantly worse in the recent, well, few months or something. I'm playing like an idiot as well. I'm not even remotely focused. I played a woozle and I'm just playing this and this. Like this. That is Gaelic, right? I don't know what that means. Forgive me. Forgive me, my Irish heritage. I've let everyone down. Mark, legend. Thank you for the gifted membership, mate. My guy. Knight moves 8-4-4. Usually taking L's, of course, based on the name, but today taking a fat W. You know what I mean? It's the Czech Benoni with E5 en passant and then FE6. I think. Woozle gone wrong. I mean, the Woozle, to be fair, it's kind of gone wrong, but also you still don't have a good discovery with the knight. I'm thinking my opponent could roll me in the center with a quick E5, for sure. Marshall, what a pleasure to see you here, my guy. Thank you very much. Yeah, the videos are coming thick and fast. I don't know. I was thinking this video might be a little, it's got a little bit of a sort of clickbait air to it. I thought, given the popularity of the Caro-Kann, might absolutely rage bait all the Caro-Kann lovers. Inspired by the likes of Veritasium, with their short sentence that kind of creates intrigue. I'm trying to play the YouTube game a little more, and apparently failing, but it's okay. We'll see. Right, these could be overextended. There's a genuinely compelling case that actually the pawns here are just overextended. I can put a lot of pressure on them, kind of similar to this line in Alekhine's defense that I'm familiar with. If here in h3, there's a legitimate argument that I've just induced h3, blatantly rage baiting Gotham chess cells for views. I mean, I could not have put it more succinctly nor more accurately in my life. You bought a new car today. Sick, Marshall. What kind of car is it? Hell yeah, Ben. Thank you, man. Right, I'm going to make what is likely a very dubious decision, but play knight g4. e6 scares me, I'll admit. New is a strong word. It's new to you, mate. That's all that matters. I'm thinking that inducing H3 could cause such dark squared weaknesses that there's potential for like a knight H6 rerouting and slapping it here. You could commit to the full H3 G4 after a knight H6. I mean, that was not me ending a Muslim prayer, by the way. That was... I mean, that's a pretty good joke. All right, we'll go here. 84 Grand Marquis. Right, hold on. Dude, that looks sick as hell. That looks sick as hell. Dude, please tell me you got a purple one. Genuinely, I'm not simply it looks like vintage, you know what I'm saying? It looks awesome. Congratulations, man. It's mint, as in mint being slang for good, or mint being like it's mint green. Good stuff, mate. Very good stuff. I'm glad. I'm glad things seem to be looking up for Mr. Marshall with his new car. Flexing on all of us. You know what I mean? Get hydro... Oh, it's navy blue. Marshall, could you, I don't know, maybe sell your car and then give me all the money for that, because you just... and I'm blaming you for this. Lost me my queen. E4. Yes, precisely, Ninja Banana. Precisely. Right, I need to focus more on chess. I'm sorry, I get too excited. Maybe I should just chatting streams as they do on Twitch. Let's get a free win with the Blumenfeld. That'd be nice. Oh, come on now. 2 out of 3 games you blundered the queen. Alien Game of Time. Stop. Is cursed so that every time it's mentioned a queen gets blundered in a chess game. Okay, well let's talk a little less about it. You know. Let's say less. It was. I mean, I just need to keep an eye on it. I needed to maintain focus, and focus was not being maintained. I was instead looking at cars that are not, in fact, Marshall's car, but you know, the same make, of course, and so it should give me at least a decent idea of his car. I mean, you know, I've literally, as a genuinely, supposedly talented chess player, blundered my queen in 2 out of 3 games. So now takes in here. This is what I play, and it's, I think, pretty reasonable. The rerouting of the 9, maybe claiming d5. There's some interesting stuff that we can do there, but also I don't often actually go into d5. I think it's kind of ill-advised. I can't believe I blundered my... I'm genuinely so upset about that first game. That would have been the most easy money YouTube video. I predicted all my opponent's moves. Listen, I'm playing that sweet YouTube game right now. I'm trying to get videos that have all right, George, come on, man. Why would you spell out the statistics like that? Why on earth would you spell out the statistics like that and just break my heart? Because the thing is, when something upsets me that is just a fact, just like there's not even, you're just stating data, pure data, and I'm offended. That is a problem, because that means I have really let myself down. Right, I'm gonna play d4 while I can. I don't like them being able to do this. I might play f4. I think this knight's interestingly placed. We need a W on the board. Dude, I'm trying. I'm trying. God damn, man. The thing is, each of the games has been like... I mean, okay, that last game was terrible. The draw was fun and interesting. The first one, I was completely winning and just fumbled. Is this a move? Here. Something like that. Back once again. Hell yeah, Billy. Hell yeah, Billy. New setup goes hard. Cheers. I mean, AB. Honestly, f5. I might literally push all of these pawns. I'm going to, like, if you go here, I'm going to play g3 probably and try and... Can you sing as in the Drake song? Absolutely not. Not on request. Come on now. What do you think? Jake's here, and he announces his presence. He normally announces it with a fake gifted membership. Little prank. But he announces it with a sweet 10 gifted memberships. You're a legend, Jake. You're exceedingly generous. You are a big part of what keeps this channel running. My guy. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Okay. Is he going to say anything with words or just straight for losses, draws? I got married. You got married! Congratulations, mate. Passion fruit. Listen. Dude, congratulations. When? And where? Give us more information. I like when people announce like legitimately major life events in the World Chess chat, like when George announced that his partner was pregnant like a day after telling his family. Yeah, understandable, Jake. Understandable. Right. I kind of want to like just generally bring stuff across and then pivot and do some interesting stuff and try and swang over to the king side. I feel like this is an improvement and I can bring the rook across and maybe we do this. Oh, excuse me, Mark. Excuse me. It's just because George is fresh on my mind because I believe we discussed it last stream. Mark, frankly, your son's been born, mate. It's old news. That's a joke. I know I don't need to clarify that with you, but I'm not... Guys, stop announcing, like, fantastic news in chat because I can't concentrate. I'm so... The proof is, of course, he's alive. Good point. Good point. That might count as evidence towards you being first to announce that. Right, hold on. No, this is interesting. The sacrifice is interesting because they can go back here, but I'm thinking knight here and we play f6, which I was thinking before, but I kind of like it now we've got more stuff going on here. Church in home country a couple weeks ago. Which is your home country? Oh, damn it. I feel like I should know this. Is it like a... like Latvia or something? I'm going to stick with Latvia. Can I drop a freestyle? Absolutely not. Right, let's start with f6. We're going to create some counterplay here. I actually really like this. It was an intentional blunder of a pawn. Now, they can, of course, take, and I can't recapture, at least immediately, because of the check. So, although king h1, the knight's hanging, but you go to g6. I was thinking I'd get some interesting stuff here. Jake, dude, first of all, thank you so much for the £2. I don't know if you... Oh, okay. No, he's just come in and absolutely mopped it up. 225 XP. 225 XP. Lithuania. Damn it. I was going to say Latvia or Lithuania. In my head, they're so connected. I don't know why. I mean, they sound like begin with the same letter. They're literally bordering. Which one's first? Finland, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. I think Lithuania is... I say first, I mean more north. Yeah, true. Do you have beef with Latvians? Lithuania. Damn it. I made a friend from Lithuania that I train Muay Thai with. I've come to London and I need to make friends. And so far, Lithuanians have been the only ones to... no, not only ones, but you know. Let's unpin him. Let's unpin here. Pay to win. I mean, Jake, absolute goat. About to lose all my savings, fighting for no... Dude, don't try and go ban for ban with Jake. Don't even think about it, mate. Ah, okay, fair enough, good. There's not some kind of, like, you know, years-long turmoil. In fact, what am I saying? Do try and go ban for ban with Jake. Absolutely do that. 100% do that. That's definitely a good idea. You should do that. What do you do? I mean, you don't have a baby coming on the way. You shouldn't be trying to support your child, bro. You should be supporting the World Chess stream. Far more important. At least, in my opinion. I don't know. I think my opinion's unbiased enough. If I do this, you're going to take, and that's just so rubbish. But I really want to do it. I want to take this, but I hang this. If here, that could be interesting because you move the knight, let's say, but I just go check and then you go here and you just bring it across. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That makes more sense. I think a lot of people have it with, well, most people have it with flipping Britain, to be honest. Okay, I'm just going to go here, threatening to take the pawn. I mean, I should have some interesting counterplay here. When the next generation is old enough to type in chat. I mean, hell yeah. Jake, do you launder money? Obama 2029. Mate, put that on my flipping Instagram bio. Do you know what I mean? That might be my new Instagram bio, soon land. Okay. This is unfortunate. Did I take further maths at A-level? I did take it, but only for the first year. And then upon realizing it wasn't necessary to get into the degree I wanted to get into, I dropped it and played chess. But then secured my 3A stars on the other stuff, so I think it was a good decision. Poor kids are starving, but at least I'm not. I could win the pawn. I have to trade the queens to do so. That sucks. I hate it. Whatever that noise was. I could try and do something sort of fancy. That's always going to be stupid. Also, the second I move this, I lose this, and that's more than just a pawn. That's infiltration here. What's with these hobbies? This is my girl. Here, there's this. Yikes, man. He says that well second. Yeah, but he's not second. He's second through just sheer dedication to the game. Do you know what I mean? Further maths TikTok, what? Did I make a further maths TikTok? I mean, but I don't put it past myself. 100%, that is exactly the kind of thing that I might have done. I'm not confident that I did, though. You know what? It seems dubious. I'm going to play g3. Maybe just bishop h3, and that was really stupid. The more I look at it, the more I... Okay, praise the Lord. You can sack your knight, maybe. I don't believe that it's mate. And if you don't sack your knight, where are you going? Across it. That makes a lot of sense, you know? That does make a lot of sense. I can play h5. The knight goes back. Well, George actually doesn't have kids yet, technically. Do you know what I mean? He's just, soon to have a kid. So, really, he's got no excuse to not be going band for band with you right now in the WTC YouTube chat. Man, sometimes I say stuff and just really do regret it, genuinely. Okay, I'm going to play h5. You're going to go back. I might play this. If you take, I get to take. Because right now I'm threatening this. If you take, I take, and there's tempo, because we've got the queen as well. So you can't take with the knight, I don't believe. You take with the bishop, I take here. That's a problem. Hold on, this might be a really, really good move. Because I'm also threatening check and mate. Knight f5 is disgusting. So like 10G, like... Mate, I thought me moving in was tough. I thought the few racks I had to drop on, do you know what I mean, various investments in YouTube and equipment and stuff was tough. Try supporting a child. God damn. Knight f5, absolutely. There's so many ways you can deal with this, but I don't think any of them work. You have to take this. Or play king here, but you lose the knight. You move the bishop, I can just go check and mate. You take this with the bishop, I take here. You have to move your queen, and you can't do so to protect the knight. There's pawns in the way. So, you take it with the knight, takes, your queen's hanging, and so is your bishop to a pawn. This is the most insane move that somehow is just unbelievably excellent. Bishop d5 seems good. Alright, hold on. Don't be suggesting moves. But also, what? How does bishop g5 seem good? Or bishop d5? Maybe you're being sarcastic, I don't know. I could have just, done multiple things. Check, this is forced. I take. You take. What's with these this is my girl. Right, I'm going to start with a check. How can I not? You have to play this. I can then take. You have to recapture. Almost certainly with the g-pawn, you'd imagine. Doesn't have to be with the g-pawn, but likely, of course. And then bang and bang. Or rather, bang and bang is what I mean. I feel as though you cannot possibly let me take here. Maybe you take this way. But again, I'm not compelled to move. Interesting, that is an open H file. Just dodge this threat, right? And now I'm coming over to the H file, and that's the problem. You can't unpin from this pin without stepping to the H file, and that's a problem. That's a massive problem, and I at least have a draw, I think. Because, let's say you, I don't know, play rook e8. I can go check. Well, I can go rook here. And then presumably, ooh, you gonna try and run? You can run on for a long time. You can't run this way though, because that is Shah Mat right there. My knight holds this. Maybe you try and kick it and then take it. Surely I can do something before that though. You'd really hope I can do something before that though. Okay. What the hell? God damn it, man. How is that a move? Cool. I really hope I'm not losing my queen here. You see, the thing is, chat is talking about something so fundamentally meaningful, and I'm just so concerned about a chess game online for not real elos. I look at chat and it's just like talking about fundamentally, if you're talking about, you know, the meaning of life and fulfillment, etc., 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 that has to be kind of top of the list of what are the most single meaningful things you can be talking about. You know what I mean? The birth of your offspring. So there's just quite a harsh juxtaposition going on here. Why have I blundered my queen again? What? Have I... Stop stressing me out. I didn't blunder my queen. What are you talking about? Unless... That's not a move. I have a double check. Which you'd imagine I should... Rook h8 takes queen here. I win. Rook h8, king g7 forced. Check. Here. I'm starting with this, it's too fancy not to. King g7. Takes, you can pick this up is the problem. I mean, I at least have this and you go back and then whatever and we're just fine. King g7, king g7, king g7. I can't take, which is the heartbreaking part, but king g7 check. If here, I could maybe take, because then you take this and I promote or something. Okay, let's just do this. I could have also taken here and I might still be able to. Because I take there, you take my queen and I pick this up and I'm just winning. That's got to be a problem. You would imagine that's got to be a problem, right? What am I doing? Here, here, here. Yep. Right. GF7 was mating too, was it? Don't tell me that. My knight just holds this, I'm fine. Was it? It probably was. As in GF7 just immediately instead of rook here. Here, here. Oh my lord, they can't go up. I'm legitimately stupid, obviously. I started calculating it and whatever. I just wanted to play the fancy move. What an idiot. What a flipping fool. How is that a mistake? God damn. But the whole idea of rook f2, rook h2, taking, I did just have m3. I went for what I thought was going to be brilliant, because here, we go here, 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 here. Yeah, I mean, we did get the job done, but not as efficiently as possible. For some reason, when I was calculating this, I just thought, okay, king here, I give the check, and they can, like, run. Although, even then, that makes no sense. Yeah, that's just completely stupid. I don't know why I didn't give the double check. Okay, big. Big, big, big. Let's go again. We've served up a win. I mean... Knight here. Fine. George, you legend. You absolute legend. Thank you very... Wait, hold on. Jake dropped like 20 quid on memberships. You come in with the 2 quid and steal his spot. Is that real? How can that be real? There's simply no way. There's simply no way. Okay, I'm actually going to play c4 here. I've been looking into this approach of quite an early c5. and then takes and this being an implication. I think I want to defend this first. I appreciate that, George. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I think memberships count towards XP. They must, right? Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, wait, you're 75 behind him. Maybe because he was here before you? Although, wait, because now we're in a new hour. Each hour, I think it resets. Such that you can get another 75 XP just by commenting. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't really understand the system, but hell yeah, man. Okay, what am I doing? Flipping out. First of all, I'm just going to just aggressively... Oh, Jake, what are you... Don't listen to that. Don't be all... Oh, he's got a baby on the way. Oh. Mate, guy's a scumbag, bro. I heard he, rips heel hooks against the trial class guys. That's what I heard. Listen, this is not libel. Oh, did I not like Jake's? That's my bad. Oh, to be fair, actually, Jake gave the round to George 199. How is George number 1 right now? Actually, don't now after trust smack talking. Wait, what? I'm joking, right? I'm joking. I was just joking. Okay, yeah, trust threw me there. Listen, I'm just having a little jest. A little poke, I'm poking fun. We're just poking about. Let's play B4. Why not? Sava, I think the answer is you just engage in the stream over, like, so for instance, Ninja Banana, here from the start, Mark, here from the start, you get 75 XP just for, like, engaging and chatting, I think, each hour, and I think that's the max you can get. I still haven't really worked it out. Yeah, send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers, so, anyway. Someone drop 100 euros. Blub, while I appreciate the sentiment, I do got crazy request. C5 takes. Yeah, I'm not actually threatening that right now. I think I'll just start with bishop here. There's half a chance they go like this. I heard that was true too. What was true? Hold on, what did I say? I might have completely... As in the every hour thing. Is this what you're... Sorry. So there's a lag and people agree with what I say without... I love when there's a little bidding war going on for the Will to the Chess YouTube #1 spot, I guess. What the... 575. What an unassailable... Hold on, how much did he just gain? From £5. Was it 3? What was he on? I don't understand what the rate is. Thank you, Jake, immensely. You're a legend. Much appreciated, as per usual. Seriously. Let's play this. Because you're compelled to take, probably. After your second kid, you can keep #1. God damn. Oh, Billy, you got fired from your job. Listen, by the way, please don't feel... People are saying, I donate, but this is not... This is free to watch on YouTube. If you want to support the stream, I very much appreciate that. However, you're not obliged to by any means. Yeah, anyway. Just me passing. Steal your parents' credit card. That was a joke, just in case that gets clipped. But Billy, I hope you're all good, mate. No, sorry, Jake, ignore that. You have to actually speak through donations, I'm pretty sure. Like one every other one or something like that. Anyway, I don't know. YouTube makes the rules, mate, not me. Sava, then for 9 months, a full gestation period of a human baby. What a weird way to phrase that. True, though. I mean, accurate. True, the Patreon subscribers are, in fact, my favorite kids. Absolutely. The people that contribute regularly to the channel with a small monthly fee for the 20+ videos now that are on the Patreon. And the sweet outro we've got going on. That is the way. That is what I do actually legitimately, if I ever get a notification that someone's joined the... Jake. Cheers, man. Thank you very much. Again, thank you very much. I don't know, this is kind of ridiculous, but I appreciate it. The outro was nice. Thank you, Marshall. It was precisely your approval that I was looking for, mate, to be completely honest. I was like, if Marshall likes this, I'm sure the rest of the patrons will. The outro, much time and energy went into the outro. It took me about 3 months.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. We
Assalamu
need to finish
alaikum,
this
brothers and
project.
sisters,
Imam
from
Saraj.
Imam Siraj.
Alhamdulillah, I'm
Wahaj.
here at Masjid.
Okay, hello, welcome.
Alright,
hold on. You've never seen. See you in the next one. Look at this outro. Look at that. Look at the scroll. Look at the. God bless the page. Look at the font. You know, hours and hours went into that font. I'd want to kick this night, but I can never really do it. I think I'm getting outplayed here somehow. Favorite part is that I'm at the top, mate. As you deserve. As you clearly and truly deserve. George absolutely does, mate. Can you not see? Jake. Let's just show the credit. Okay, hello, welcome
for
those who support the show. Sunday, credit for the rest of eternity. Go check it out if you have. You've never. I'll see you in the... George, right here, just below William, just above Rayner. Have for a while. He's a legend. Ooh, why? Don't know what any of those noises were. That's a sacrifice that I kind of have to accept. Yikes. I don't feel great. Right, hold on. Sorry, I'm not even close to focused. You guys in your damn generosity are ruining my ability to play chess. Stop. I'm joking. Whoa. I don't know about that, George. I think actually I'll just give you my channel if you just keep the Patreon, please keep the Patreon. Hey, that job, new beginning. Fantastic. What was the old job, if you don't mind me asking? Honestly, I kind of like sacking the exchange, and I'm going to do it. First of all, because I feel pretty safe with the knight on g3. Second of all, I can reroute my bishop to somewhere useful. Third of all, I can get the knight to f5, unrivaled by the bishop, should they choose to take. And should they not choose to take, then the sacrifice was likely a little dodgy. Dude, Jake is just trying to give George money now. This is insane. Jake. The thing is, George already has the Patreon, so mate, bigger and better things, mate. I'm glad that you're moving on and hopefully thriving. Okay, I want to do this. It sucked. I think he's an atheist. I mean, strictly speaking, definitionally, I guess I'd have to admit to some kind of agnosticism, but I feel as though that is a matter of definitions, and that for all intents and purposes, yeah. We should get George, should we have a celebratory George stream when he has a child? In fact, we didn't do that for Mark. I feel like the double standards are insane. Unfortunately. We'll take the theology. The thing is, theology is, like, to me, the least interesting part of philosophy. Do you know what I mean? The philosophy of religion, I just don't care that much about. And it's a sad but cold, hard truth for those that do care about it, that I simply just don't really care to engage in the discussion anymore. I just, you know, I was very into that when I was like 14 to 16. Now I just, you know, when I talk philosophy, I like the logic stuff. I like the philosophy of maths. I like mathematical Platonism. I find that very interesting. Okay. This seems pretty cool. I think. Kind of scared, but also the queen can't come across very quickly, so even if you do something like takes, you don't have an immediate way to like slide the queen across. The bishop's kind of in the way. So I feel like you should be... Yeah, but now I just get on the g-file. I think I'm completely fine here and just up a piece. For a pawn, of course, but I get the g-file and... Yeah, let's just get here, get the rook here, get the queen here, get the... We might just try and make Alakhine's gun. The bishop comes across and then... Okay, I feel it. I see the concerns maybe here. Sorry, I've got Weasel on my mind. Right, I can win this game. Hold on, I need to win this game. Excuse me. Enough of this free money that I'm getting. Time to focus on chess. I play rook g3. I like this. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of good. And I kind of want to bring the queen across to f3. And then everything seems held, and you know, you don't have this, and rook g1 inbound. Maybe I even try and run the king this way. But I'm just, I don't know. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, babe. Is that a move? Why is that not a move? Because I opened the H file. Okay, good point. Well made. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it did refuse to take the exchange. I don't really know why, to be honest, actually. It's an interesting point. Here. Maybe I've taken too much off of the attention over here. I think I like breaking and actually doing something active myself. If ever takes, there's just this. But then I just run this way. Okay, probably I should be doing this, actually. Getting my king here, giving you only the open H file and nothing else. That strikes me as odd. Excuse me. This knight is just a beast, though. Just absolute beast. I really like that. But I don't like it that much. So clearly don't really like it then. Okay, here, and then here. But then you're undermining the knight, and that starts to be very problematic, I think. Play b5. You take. I take. You push past. Could just take as well. Let's just take and get some kind of open file. Right. Okay, one sec. I'm just going to take some stuff off the board, and I don't want to lose this on time. And right now that's looking painfully likely. Unless I change my evil ways. Here I can take this, so I feel as though I'm fine to play king here and try and get my rook to the H file. I feel like infiltration on the H file could be very useful. You do have this pawn, but then I can take this pawn and you don't have a check. I don't see g4 necessarily doing anything meaningful for you. I mean, maybe soon. It's not a terrible idea. Your bishop's just not great. They do take that. Gary Barlow styles, of course. Whatever. Lose this, but that's an open B file. In fact, here do I have this? Looks like I might. And then rook b1. Because you take with the queen or the king and you lose your queen to that rook. The only problem is if I now have trapped my knight. I mean, it was absolutely golden on f5 and there was no pawn break ever and stuff was good. I may have kind of gone in a little farther. But rook b1's clearly inbound. Nice. I like that. Ah, man. Well... Now we're talking. Just hesitation. Pure hesitation. And we craft the word Emmanuel. Ah, man, well, do you know what I mean? That is real talent right there. I would rather eat cats' books than read them. I don't mind that sentiment. I can't say I mind that sentiment. You go here. Am I in trouble? I feel like I'm in trouble. Maybe I do. Get off me. Do you have a check? I refuse to believe you're not mated here. You're just mated. If you take this bishop, I mean, sorry. You simply have to be mated. I don't believe in you not just being completely finished. I do have 33 seconds though, right. Sorry, I'm not going to read any chat. I'm just going to win this game quickly. What could they play? They take? What is my move? Okay. Win this game and I'll donate. I mean, listen. Normally, I'd encourage people to stick to their word in that sense. I had 4 brilliant moves in that game, in a row. What? Knight g3 hanging the rook, brilliant. Knight h4 hanging the rook, brilliant. King h2 unpinning, hanging the rook, brilliant. And then knight takes here, hanging the rook, again, brilliant. Now, that is the most brilliant moves I've ever had in a game. I believe. And if we just... Hold on. How do I do this? If we just sort of scroll down here. Yeah, you can see here, I've resized it slightly so you can see. George, thank you very, 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 very much. You can see that notation is frankly ridiculous. Frankly ridiculous. I need to resize my screen. Hold on. Is this appropriate? I think it is. George, you're a legend. Thank you very much for the £5, mate. My guy. 4 brilliants in a row. I didn't even really pay any attention during that part of the game, to be completely honest. And then I kind of let some advantage bleed away maybe a slight bit. You know, I went in here taking this. I was trying to be fancy. I want checkmate with the $5. Dude, thank you. Thank you very much. My guy. Wow, Willethy Willington. 4 straight brilliants while yapping with chat is crazy. I mean, I want checkmate, you legend. Thank you so much, mate. Okay, I mean, that's legitimately ridiculous. Rook b1 takes queen here best. And the fact that they abandoned is kind of unfortunate, because otherwise that we could have finished a beautiful game. But had they taken the bishop there, what was I going to do? I was going to go... Okay, well, it's just told me a good move. I was considering the discovery, because obviously there is this. But would this have been some kind of forcing mate? No, not quite. Okay. I mean, I'm sure in this position, yeah. Bang. Bang. Love the setup. Cheers, Chris. Thank you. Love from Canada. Love from... Where the hell am I? England. I don't know how that took... Knight g3, knight h2, king... sorry, knight g3... Rewind that. Knight g3, knight h4, king h2, knight f5, sorry. Now, I'm just wondering... Had they, let's say, queenside castled him, I could have taken the bishop. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just trying to... I mean, the greed is absolutely insane. Trying to work out if I could have chained another brilliant onto the end of that. That's insane. Marshall with the 10 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much, man. True, I was going to say Chris. I didn't recognize the Chris J. But Roadblock, that rings a bell. Marshall, thank you. Was it ever best for them to take the exchange back? Probably not. Well, let's see. Here could they have taken? It's okay. I was thinking of rerouting my bishop. King takes also a good move to probably leg it over this way. And then in this position after knight here, taking is, yeah, okay. But again, I'm going to be able to go king h2 here. Marshall, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very, very, very much. Many thanks. Of course, mate. Polius, how do you say... Hold on. Labernacht? Maybe? Labernacht? How do you pronounce that? Marshall, thank you. Armand Checkmate, legend. George, thank you very much. Hold on. Why am I not smashing a little like on all of these? You guys... I mean, the support is immense. Although, for once, I feel as though I deserve it. 4 brilliants in a row is absolutely insane. Let's go again. Oh, man, I'm going to cry. Okay, please don't cry. That would be extremely... that would be an overreaction, I think. However, good night, mate. Good night, good night. We get a chance to relive. Hold on. Bishop d7 takes, queen here. c4, c6 takes, knight here. Knight here, e5. Kingside castles, e4. Rook here, queenside castles. Knight here, queen f5. They take here. We've blundered a fork, so to speak, but then we play knight g4. You play rook back across to defend the mate. I go bishop c5. You play knight takes rook. I just go rook f8. Don't even take the knight. You ready for that? Let's go. If I swear to flipping, I swear. Damn it. Imagine if all of that just happened. That would have been the most insane back-to-back. Preview of the whole sequence. Honestly, I think we're still winning right now. Because I think I just play e4 here, and I think actually you go like this. I think I maybe just play queen f5 anyway. I'm not sure though, because you can push the d pawn maybe. Queen d3 could be half interesting. Or actually just knight b4 and threaten this check. I quite like queen f5 though. We put pressure on the knight, we defend this. And if queen f5 and let's say d4... I mean, I have en passant, I guess. We'll start with queen f5. I'm going to attack the knight, I'm going to defend the pawn. I'm threatening to kick the knight, and after here, probably some good stuff happens, you know? Can sneak in. I can't recreate that masterpiece. Dude, I thought it was going to happen. Because, I mean, castling is an extremely logical move here. And then after e4, rook e1's very logical. My take on the Epstein files. Mate, what take is there to have? Do you know what I mean? What take can I possibly have here? What is the hot take? Has anyone, you know that clip of Habib Nurmagomedov? Just to absolutely nail that pronunciation, where he's like, I don't know if, I think he's watching Islam or something. That clip brings me genuinely a lot of joy. Okay, I have this and then here. Sorry, you guys can't even see that. Right. Here, I have a pawn here supported. I mean, I prefer this, though, for some reason. I guess queen h3. But then there's just this as a problem forever, right? It's a passed pawn. Right, let's take like this. Maybe you just castle. I don't know. Hell yeah, Billy. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate you. Immensely. I'm going to castle queenside, hopefully. Castle's queenside. You take here and it's a fork. I go here and you're compelled to take my rook. You probably take this one. Then I go here. And you play bishop e3 and I resign. Okay, cool. We're just going to bring a knee up right now. We've got a knee stream going on. Look, what the fuck, dude? Start with h6, I guess. But then h6, you go rook here. Bishop e7. You go back. I can castle. I don't hate this. I call it the King's Indian. Nice. A little bit of chess banter there, you know? Classic. If I play bishop c5 and you go check, and I then play king f8. And you play bishop here. I guess I'll play h6. I feel as though my position's probably better with the pawn on d3, especially if I can castle queenside, and I should be able to, because even if you give a check on e1, I have bishop e7, and I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I'm upset they didn't castle and walk directly into the most disgusting line of prep, but frankly, the greed is unparalleled on show tonight. We just got 4 brilliant moves in 4 moves. 4 moves in a row, 4 brilliant moves. Would I rather what, Blob? Hi, family, how are you doing? Get another 4 brilliants in a game and I'll donate again. Right, that was literally a once in a lifetime thing. Maybe not once in a lifetime, but once in my current lifetime at least, which is, you know, shorter than a lifetime, but a healthy helping of time playing chess. That 4 brilliants being a once in a lifetime thing so far. I'm organising a free Ghislaine Maxwell walkout from school. Would I rather what, Blob? You haven't hit the follow-up. Okay, I should be slightly better. Hold on. Then I don't think knight c3 is a good move, but then it's not obvious to me if queen f5 is best. Those would you rather is going to be heinous. I agree. As dominant as Islam. Hell yeah, Louis. Hell yeah. How are you doing, mate? Oh, I'm excited to see Islam Ili Topuria. I'm very excited to see. I think, despite being yet another fan favourite, Topuria won quite a few people over with that Charles performance because he's just so good. So it's kind of hard to hate anymore. It's just like, dude, who the hell ever has flatlined Oliveira like that? No one. Didn't ask in my last one, so that's your loss. All right, Blob, fair enough, mate, fair enough. Listen, this position is ostensibly sweet as hell. You had $40 on Derek Lewis by KO. Nice. How did that cash in? Yeah, he was talking about the guy, not the religion, naturally. I have this, maybe? Tickle the bishop. Don't mind that. Like a takes, and this, and then a g5. I feel as though g5 needs to get played. Do you know what I mean? And be threatening this. Good vocab, but you murk me high key. All right, murk me high key as a, juxtaposed, so to speak, with I had good vocab. Billy, come on now. Come on now, Billy. 14 to 160? God damn. I see I'm just taking your Derek Lewis money for my brilliant moves. I'll take that. I'll scoff all that up gratefully. Merci. Right, you know what? I do really like this. I really like getting rid of this bishop. I think it's a powerful piece. I think it's harassing a potentially loose pawn if they come and kick my knight. Bullet later. We can, you know what? After this game, Billy, if you'd like, I will toast your ass at bullet in a best of 3. First of 2 games. Oh, wait, I didn't play... Hold on. I was going to play Jose Raul Capablanca, the real Jose Raul Capablanca. In the Scandinavian, he likes knight c3, and frankly that disgusts me. So we're gonna. How do you feel getting dominated by a guy named Twink Taylor Chess? That was a legitimately, like, I went to sleep. I was like, I struggled to sleep. Why did I think? Whose profile picture? Jake. Selfie of him with a white balaclava on and red eyes. I've always thought it was like a yacht or something. Not a yacht, but like a boat. It's the back of a car. I'm an idiot. Jake, my bad, dude. I thought it was a porthole on it. Okay, that's rather insane. Now, if takes, of course, I lose this. Oh, what the hell? So, bang, bang. You impose your vocabularic ascendancy on a stream-by-stream basis. I feel as though that was obsequiously prolix. Unnecessarily sesquipedalian. Okay. I'm shooting the Khabib face once again. The question is, what am I doing? That is the question. That is always the question in these streams. Right. I could do something like this and maybe try and go here. Looks like the Rabbids cartoon. Agreed. The raving rabbit, whatever the... Okay, dude. Flipping focus, man. Christ. Here. I also like this, and then here. Because we maintain the initiative. You have to move your rook, and it doesn't seem like you've got an obvious place to move it. Let's say you just go all the way back. What's my next move? Knight back to here. If you take, queen f2 at least. Quite like that. If you don't take, I got nothing. Okay, let's keep pieces on the board. I'm attacking. I want to keep pieces on the board. I'm feeling good. We also... it seems quite... am I on chess.com? As in right now, am I on chess.com? Yes. I don't know if that question was directed at me. I assume it was. Okay, what is going on? What is going on? I don't know. Let's go here. Let's get on the e-file. Let's do some good stuff. Hopefully. I think I should have played g5. I mean, knight g4 might have been a bit slow. I kind of got in the way of maybe g5, g4 quite quickly. Yeah, I did. I also didn't agree with vocabulary, but I didn't want to call it out and seem like a fool. You know, frankly, there was too much ego on the line, and I regret that immensely. What is going on here? You go down just like only Mary. If here I can go check and then take, and that's huge. If here and then here, the only problem is this, which is a big problem, actually. Why am I acting like that's not a major issue? where I would then lose all the pieces in the position. Man, I should have just taken the bishop here and gone knight back. And I'm not focused, forgive me. Right. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Here there is just this. Okay. Cool. Fantastic. I mean, I could go across to try and prevent this infiltration, but the second I move the knight, then you've got this. Is this a problem? Let's start with this just to stop queen a8. I hate the idea of queen a8 and having to go back. Queen here is not a move right now. It might become a move very soon. So, that starts to look very problematic indeed. Here you go check. I mean, okay, I might be mated here. Let's just see what happens, because honestly, right now, I've completely Flochi-nochi nihilifilication. Oh, isn't that nihil? Nihil means like Flochi-nochi nihilifilication. Pilification. I've heard of that. I do not know precisely what it means though. This could be a problem. This could be a major problem. I need to move. Ground control. Ground control to Major Tom. Here. I'm going to cry. Okay. That was really sad because man. Hold on. We're gonna play Mr. A Fool Wittering on about chess. Opponent just played 94.4% accurate. This position, apparently I shouldn't have gone here. Now, had they castled here, rook here, I castle, they go here, queen f5 takes, we go knight here, and we're actually very winning. And after rook here, bishop here, they take, we just play rook f8, and we attack this a million times. Or not necessarily rook f8 immediately, apparently. Oh, we can just take, okay, what am I... Here, here, here. Oh, I know this. I know this. I wish I could turn off... How do I turn off the engine moves? Here. Rook here. There's a threat of mate. And then if here... Am I correct in saying... No, wait. If here... And then I think... Yeah, there's a beautiful line somewhere, which is something like this, the mate's threatened, they go here, and you play like rook f1. I'm vaguely familiar with this, I've looked at this before. And rook f1 wins on the spot, obviously, because if you take, there's mate, and if you don't take, something like this is mate anyway, you don't even have to take it, because it's pinned. So there's a gorgeous, gorgeous line there that I am vaguely familiar with. Just, you know, it's a beautiful artistic... thing. Right, have I got a flipping out? I probably should go to sleep. It's only 1 a.m. We strive onwards. With such a financially justified stream, I mean, you're enabling me to feed into my chess addiction late night, and that I thank you for. Right, I'm trying to play a fool, wittering on about chess right now. Bet at 1. I mean, you know, yeah, roughly, because I'm trying to have at least a semi-reasonable sleep schedule, you know, and I quite like waking up before 10 a.m. That's as long as I wake up before 10 a.m. It's not exactly up bright and early, you know. I'm in a position right now where I can basically be on my own clock, which is ridiculous and amazing, and I've got, you know, the freedom to oh, you have to work a little now and will not be able to... Okay, fair enough then. Oh, Billy hits me with the 1 minute game. Right. Despite being 2100, he's going to get battered here, and that's just going to be a shame. That's going to be a shame, and I'm just going to do this. Why not? And I'll just lose that. And I'll go here, and I'll go here, and I'll go here. That was a free pawn. Okay. That actually is just a free pawn now, as well as the other free pawn that was in the position. Ooh. You just start to believe in sacking all the time. That was my rendition of Radiohead. Summer after high school when we first met. Who on earth is... It's just sack a knight. I feel good about that. Okay, I can't lie, the position doesn't fill me with joy right now. I should take the bishop, actually. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I shouldn't have. Man, that's boring. He's gonna flag me here, I believe. I think I was flagged and it was just lagging. Do you shave or are you genetically beardless? No, I shave once every like 3 days. Although I don't think I could grow a very good beard, but I do shave every couple days for the sake of, or like 3 days for the sake of is that it? Well, no, okay, that won't be it. Although I deserve that win, and you're a scumbag. That's lame to play this variation and then castle kingside. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that, man. Or not, sorry, not even, I just mean like, how are you not playing h4? I mean, yeah, Emery Tate, but if, do you know what I mean? So upsetting. There was a question I was about to be answering and I've forgotten. Oh yeah, about shaming. I'm not claiming that I have some kind of fantastic beard genetics and could in fact grow a good beard. However, I do get unpleasant little bits of hair on my face, which I don't frankly know why I'm sharing that information right now, but yeah, I regularly shave to keep it. Well, I was asked, that's why I'm sharing it. I shave to keep it in pristine condition, of course. Summer after high school when we first met. Something, 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 Radiohead. We'd make out in your Mustang, I believe. Relatable. Yeah, I mean, he's an absolute flag merchant. Losing positions in each win. Billy, this is embarrassing, son. This is embarrassing. Hold on. Did I lose the last game? I did, right? I just need to get actually finish one of these wins. This probably loses, but I'll go for it. You know what I mean? I'm in that kind of mood right now. After getting flagged multiple times, I'm frankly enraged. There's something interesting to be said for this, actually. Just play the endgame. You know? Jake, you're a legend, mate. Thank you so much for your presence here. It has been majorly appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your night, mate. I'm going to do this. Hold on. You see, I'm just always cooking, positionally speaking. Just remove this. Yeah, this is not a good position, you know? It's not a good position. You're going to unpin and go here? Be my guest, dude. Be my guest. Be my guest. Look at this rook. Look at that rook right there. And tell me if it's happy. Tell me if it's enjoying what's going on in the position. You know? Look at it retreat. Look at it sadly retreat. Like a wounded warrior. Excuse me. Ooh, wouldn't have done that. Maybe I wouldn't have done that either if I was any good at the game. Okay, we're not getting flagged on that one. We're not getting flagged on that one. Right, it's first to 3 right now. He declined my challenge. That is outrageous. That is absolutely outrageous. I don't know about that, mate. I don't know about challenging the big famous streamer and then running when you're 2-1 up. Embarrassing. Get out of here. Oh, I'm joking, Billy. Billy wants to be friends. After that, mate, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. Oh, wait, did I? In fact, maybe before I said that. Actually, brilliant. I'm sick. Played pretty well. Played pretty well. Not happy about that, Billy. You know you were getting toasted in the remainder of games, and that's quit while you're ahead. Are you ahead? Because overall, if we have a little look at the score right now, I'm 20-15 up. I'm 20-15. I've got 5 games over you right now, and you've got a higher bullet rating. What's going on there? Sounds like someone sucks at chess and is really fast. That's all I'm saying. Billy, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying, Billy. 1800 does not suck at chess, by the way, but I'm just, you know, we're trying to get the rematch. We're trying to get the rematch, and, you know, we have actually rage baited him into it. Go on, take that. Okay. Okay. You know what? You're not flagging me here. There's no pieces left on the board. How are you going to flag me? Go on, take that. Let me play the bishop against the knight. There we go. There we go. You probably are going to flag me now that I've said that. Yep. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a major problem. Oops. Alright, I probably shouldn't have talked all that smack, as you Americans say. There was a lot of smack talked. Where are you going? Where the hell do you think you're going? Where on earth do you think you're going? So I'm going here. And I'm going here? No, I'm not. I suck. I suck badly and I've now lost. Billy has absolutely... What a real... And he converts with accuracy, you know? And he converts with the utmost... Oh my lord, you're going for a flag there? Dude, you got to know how to do the mate, surely. Man, come on, this is... You deserve that. You deserve that. That's absolutely... You had so much time. 2100 bullet, Billy. Billy, come on. Billy, come on now. Come on, dude. Are you not accepting the rematch? You don't... Listen, mate, you don't have to accept the rematch, but this is your chance. This is your chance to play 10 games against the mighty Will Taylor Chess. We've done 4 so far. This is your chance to do 6 more. And you're running. You've made your point. You think you've made your point? Chat. Come on now. Chat. What? I've realized all I need to do is play fast because I can just outplay him at chess because I'm better. Do you know what I mean? That's what I've realized. Is he will just give me a better position. He will just absolutely give me a better position. He will gift wrap a better position for me. Look, he's probably the kind of guy to play h6 right here. Fair enough. He's going for a good plan, you know. Play g5 though. Play g5 and do this. Play g5 and go bishop here. I don't mind if you take my rook. I'd absolutely love it if you took my rook. Go in for it. I kind of like keeping the knight, honestly. Probably that's a bit foolish. I should have gone for the keeping the dark square bishop, but yeah, I'm not even going to keep the knight. Okay. I don't mind this. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Just there's the hook, line and sinker. Oh, he's going for a queen trade, eh? What an absolute scumbag. What an absolute scumbag. Get off. Get off. Get off. What is this? Get off of me now. No knight f6. They might have... Did I have knight f6? Did I really have knight f6 and not play it? After g6, I just... Yeah, I should retire probably. But, you know, once I don't give him the queen trade, clearly everything crumbles. Clearly everything crumbles. And, check maybe? I kind of like that. I don't know. There's something to be said for a check here maybe? And I guess here and here and here. I can always run this way. Feels like, you know, should be better here. Should definitely be better here. And I mean, I should really definitely be better here. Easy money. So chat saying you haven't made your point. Listen, if you want to go now, that's understandable. That's understandable if you want to go now. I mean, I want to play again. Me personally. If I was going to stand on business like that, I'd be standing on business. You know what I mean? That's what, me personally. Why is Billy a nickname for William? Good question. My name is William Roberts. My middle name is Robert. So technically, Billy Bob. Appropriate shortening of the name. I see you made these unrated as well. Fair enough. Fair enough. I know you don't want to lose that 2100 bullet rank. Fair enough, mate. That's okay. All right. Doesn't seem to be accepting the rematch. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I would now beat you 5 times in a row. That's something I'll say. And if I don't beat you 5 times in a row, I will. I'll gift memberships to chat. How do I do that? I feel like I can do that, right? I can't. Why would I send a super stickers? Dude, I can't. I swear I can gift. I can gift my own memberships to chat. I'm so certain of this. How do I do it though? You guys can't see this. Hold on. I can't send a super chat to my stealth. All right, I can't work out how to do this. So this doesn't work. Oh, did he offer the rematch? Oh no, okay. I've sent too many challenges to Billy. Man, I'm begging it now. Forgive me. Forgive me. Dude, Billy's 2.5 right now. He's not even losing. Listen, I'm not bullying him. We're having a little bit of friendly A friendly, keep your head low. Let's go again then. I like that. Let's go. You're gonna have to send me the challenge because I've begged it off you so hard that I now can't send you a challenge right now. Just to clarify, those subs, I mean, gifted memberships are not on the line because I can't work out how to do it. YouTube's had an update, and for some reason, the button that was there before is no longer there. Normally, I get like 10 thingies, 10 memberships that I can gift to chat, but apparently not today. Right, Billy, send me the challenge if you're about it, mate. If you're about that life, dude, I swear to God, George, I swear, I swear, man, I swear. What else could he play for? I want him to play for something. I want there to be something on the line here. Look, if I window capture device and then add my chat. Okay, this is obviously not going to stay in the stream, but you guys can see this right now. When I go to show my support for Will Taylor Chess, which is obviously something that I like doing all the time, I just like super stickers. I can send myself super stickers. Like what? And I can send apparently myself super chats. So, but apparently no. I can send a £500 super chat. Intriguing. Anyway, I don't see the option. Engage with your audience here. I can send hearts to myself. I can add emotes. That's pretty sick, actually. Try a different browser. I mean, I will, but not like, I'm saying for this stream. Hold on, what am I doing? Let me get rid of this now. For the sake of this stream, I can't currently do it. Oh yeah, Jack, how you doing? Oh, okay, right. Billy's locked in. What on earth is wrong with you? What on earth is wrong with you, Billy? Why would you play that? Do you know what I mean? Why would you having... you need some wins, mate, is what you need. Despite the fact that you're literally 2.5 right now. You need some wins. And this is not the opening to get you those wins. I'm very sorry to say. Very sorry to say. I'm sure before I did it... Wait, hold on, Marshall. I'll reach out in a second because I've been talking so much grease. So much Antoine Griezmann. That might be a brilliant move of sorts. Check, and then at least get check on my way out or something. And then this. And then this. And this. I'm scared about this, but not that scared. Here. Here, your queen's hanging, so's your knight. That's a check. Oops. I think I'm playing a disgusting game here. An absolutely disgusting game, I must say, but... the question is, am I going to finish it in time? This is legitimately nasty work. Here. 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 No way. Sneaky. Why did I do that? What am I supposed to do when the best part of me was always you, yeah? Well, what am I supposed to say when I'm on? Oops. 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 This is where I now get flagged. Oh man, it's too easy. It's actually this easy. It's that easy. It's just that easy. Oh my god. Stalemate hunting. Another clutch draw. Let's go. Let's go. It's 3-3 right now. Billy made his point? What do you mean Billy made his point? Here. 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 It's kind of a weak move, honestly. I'm literally doing that. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I've probably done worse. Yeah, this position sucks. What am I doing? And my knight can't move. Literally, what am I doing? Someone enlighten me, please. I mean, it's not exactly a subtle move that I've just played there. You don't take with the bishop, do you? This is very weak. That should be noted and duly appreciated. And then your queen and your knight hanging, no? Oops. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And uh-huh. Uh-huh. Might as well. Might as well. I really might not to as well. That's some English for you. That's some English for you. Where's my tactic there? There should be a tactic there. You'd assume, right? What the hell? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? GG, flagged. God damn it. Do you want to take it to 10, Billy? I don't mind. If you want to retire there, I feel as though you've done well. But if you want to take it to 10, I feel like that's the honourable thing to do. No, listen, I made it very clear. Right, he's taking it to 10. Hold on, I'm going to lock in and win these next 3. What? Why would I do that? Whoa. Outrageous move, I respect it though. F1, C4. Sometimes I hear music in my head while I play. I don't know if that's remotely normal behavior. Okay, I mean, I'm just going to let this collapse because I'm too nonchalant to care. I'm going to go here and just, you know, demonstrate my deep positional understanding. Demonstrate my absolutely world-class positional understanding of the game. There's just this in the end, right? Oh, but if you take, there's no... Two more. My palms are so sweaty right now. Knees are weak. Arms unbelievably heavy. And as I always say, thankfully I'm not wearing a sweater. Okay. Billy, stop killing my momentum, man. Stop killing my momentum, please. The chat is not rooting for you. I don't mind that. Wait, that's it? You're ending it with 8 games played. Billy, what are you're teasing us all here with this will they, won't they? Have you no desire? Have you no ambition? Have you no... What? Have you no striving? We're not going to ban Billy for not playing again. You're going to leave it at 4-4. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's insane behavior to me personally. I'd rather lose badly than do that. But that's just me. That's just me. Okay. Okay. What the hell am I doing? I'm gonna go into another rapid game, honestly. I'm just chilling right now. I probably should end the stream, but start the gaslighting again. I don't even know if it's gaslighting. I'm just goading. I think goading's a more appropriate term. But I'm also genuinely of that opinion. Leaving it at 4-4, crazy behavior. Absolutely crazy behavior. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I think Queen H5 is actually a really good move. What about the Queen on F5? I keep doing this. I still haven't really worked out why. Don't forget this isn't bullet. You know what? Thank you very much. How am I mean? How on earth am I mean? There's this. I'm not focusing at all. I'm not focusing at all. Yeah, right. Sorry. Lock in. Castles. We're doing cool stuff. Before I can do this, there I might do this. I say I might. I've clearly committed to it with zero hesitation whatsoever. Queen probably doesn't belong in F5. Let's be real. I'm definitely getting toasted with a quick B4, B5. That's okay. I can accept that if you guys can accept that. G5. You do this. I go back here. I lose my queen, actually, in that instance. It's just chess. It is just chess. Hold on. This is what I keep forgetting. It is actually just chess. Right now, position's not amazing. I do have a bishop, but it's not remotely mobilized. B4 is scary. I've castled queenside into an absolute onslaught of pawns. An avalanche of pawns. But no one cares because I'm going G5. You play this, I'm just going to... Hold on. I'm going to have to try and get funny here. Here. Takes. Umbrella pawn takes. Yeah, I just played that way too quickly. Okay. D5. Guess it makes some sense. Takes, maybe knight takes. But then this isn't compelled to move, and I'm still holding these when I play G4. So I'm going to see if they play pawn takes. And they have. I don't know what I was waiting for, informationally speaking, but... Yeah. The problem is they just take this with check, of course. Knight E7. E4, maybe? Let's start with this, at least. I mean, I'm probably getting toasted. There is now an open C file, and I'm not feeling great about my prospects. However, I'll take your dog on a walk. I hope your dog enjoys that walk. Billy, mate, if you're here, I was just, we were jesting. I'd like to just make that clear that this was, thank you very much for the games. It was on, mate. Appreciate it. I did not mean to push it too far if I did, in fact, take it too far. So, my bad if I did. If not, my bad for the unnecessary apology. Okay. G4, no. I kind of like this. Okay, cool. Let's just do it. I'm threatening a fork. Billy walked all. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that analysis of events, though. Let's be real. If I'm keeping it 100, I'm not happy about that. Because 4-4, and I'm not the one who ran away. I'm joking. Once again, just a little joke. Man, I really can't stop for some reason. Okay, this feels pretty compelling. Maybe I go in here at some point. I can do this and get some initiative. Right, I need some initiative because I'm on the back foot here. We hit the queen. Queen has to move. G4 is inbound. Did I ever do an IQ test? No. I know that my IQ is ridiculously high. I don't know. I'm just... I'd be interested, but also I don't think I'd set much store by the result. Okay, I'm going to play G4. If you take here, I can just take, because this leads to nothing. That leads to something, though. That leads to checkmate in 1. Rook D7 is a move. Knight E8 is a move that I'd rather not play. Other than that, Rook D7, you don't have knight here immediately, so that's something, I guess. I'll go for this. I don't know, I am feeling very... Yep. Okay, let's just unpin here. If you give the check, I can maybe block like this. Everything's gone wrong. Everything's actually already gone wrong. Unless Queen A8, King E7. I shouldn't have gone into another rapid game. God damn it. I mean, to be fair, I don't know why I'm trying to outdo my 4 brilliance in a row. That was legitimately outrageous. Okay, they give the check. Now, this is going to be something like this. Actually, then I take care, so maybe not. Cheers, Mr. Hugh. I mean, the ones I've done that I'm assuming are like a bit gimmicky. I've always got like 140, something like that. But they're probably not real ones, so I set no real store by that, of course. Here. I mean, yeah, I guess I'll start with this so as not to just lose a rook outright. You probably just put the knight here and I'm dead. You know, I don't really have any counterplay here. Honestly, I kind of want to just resign and get into the next one because this is rubbish. But I probably should have slightly more fighting spirit than that. I'm just not feeling the fighting spirit right now, to be completely honest. Let's just like throw... You know what? I'm resigned, mentally speaking, to losing this game. Let's just throw some stuff and see if it happens. You know, they could have pre-moved this and then we sort of sneak the mate in on H2. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Maybe we'll throw in a little something. I could believe it. They ain't believing us. God did. Alright, might as well throw in another little something. You know, you could take here and lose your knight. I will resign once there's just no more kind of juice in the position. If I could get rid of my H pawn, there'd be all sorts of rook H3 ideas, but I doubt they just hang E3 right now. Yeah. If I just do this, there's probably some freaky idea of like a, I don't know, rook here or something. I was about to play King F6. You know what? I'd really rather get on with a new game. I should probably look, though, and see, theoretically speaking, where I should... Because, I mean, George absolutely was correct. This is all theory, and then I should go queen here. That's garbage. It's just this line, like, maybe I should stop playing the Portuguese. I don't want to play queen E4. Queen F5 check, bishop D2. Bishop B4, knight C3. Kingside castles. Maybe there's something to look at there. Right, bullets fall. Definitely bullets fall. We're going here. Nice. Meditative, cool, calm meditation. We are going to go for E4. And we're going to go for D4. And we're going to go for knight C3, playing the chess correspondent for the Third Reich's opening. Why is all these lyrics? Which lyrics? Yeah, we're not playing it because of that, of course. It just so happens to be a pretty cool opening, but... You know, what happened is I was not paying any attention. Trying to find a boss. That's what happened. I think I should end the stream, actually. What am I doing? I'm so tired. Okay, this game is the final game. That's not a promise, but that's a very likely the case. Okay, we've got the Rider Gambit on the board. Taking this generally leads to some problems with Bishop E3. Some practical ones, at least. You know the lyrics to so many songs? I mean, yeah. I just listen to music, you know what I mean? And retain the information for some reason. Okay, I'm going to go bishop here. If you go bishop G4, I think C6 says to me they want to play bishop G4. Now, maybe they delay that. Yeah, okay, fine. Because, of course, they'd rather play bishop G4 without hanging B7. Of course, they play C6 first. It makes sense. However, it does kind of limit where the knight can go, and I can just play H3, G4, and then queenside castles. You're not going to be able to keep me from castling forever. Whichever way you go here, I mean, I'm liking this. You can't take the C pawn because my queen holds it. So I'm actually thinking that, you know what? This H3, G4, queenside castles idea might be pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. We get some initiative at least, and I don't know, a couple more development moves, and knight here is interesting actually. Takes. They don't go for it. Bishop G2 seems to make some sense to me to hold this square. They might pivot over this way. I'm going to start by castling queenside. Maybe they go knight here, maybe takes. It would seem a waste of tempo then to have played bishop g6 though. So, okay. Let's go knight here. Again, this is a move, maybe. I don't know why I just keep allowing this move, even though I'm pretty sure it's not a desirable move for me to allow. I don't think they're going to castle queenside, but I kind of hope they do. Because then I'll play bishop g2 and... yeah, okay, fine. I mean, that was going to happen at some point. Now here. Here. Let's say just bishop d6. Yeah, okay, this has to be the last... this must be the last game because I'm falling asleep right now. Knight g5 is an interesting move. Play bishop g6. Actually, I really like knight g5. Okay, cool. Threaten the mate, threaten the bishop. Fantastic. Bishop g6. I believe forced. Yeah, Colin, mate, you've baffled everyone in the chat by... oh, you look tired. I am immensely tired. This is the final game of the stream. Promise. Obviously, they can play that. Yeah, okay, this is definitely the final game of the stream. I mean, it already was because I promised, but... your best pickup line. I do not dabble in pickup lines, mate. Do you know what I mean? My best pickup line is meeting the woman of my dreams at 17 and then just locking up. I pray she never leaves me. Good night, Billy. Good night, mate. We went to a maths lecture at the University of Birmingham for our first date. I don't know if she's best pleased that I refer to that as our first date, but it was pretty much definitely our first date. If we're being honest, I think I'm going to take this, get the bishop pair, and then play queen f4. I don't know, I keep the initiative there. Doesn't seem you can really go anywhere, and we've got a bishop pair and probably some interesting tempo. So maybe bishop d6 is unnecessary to have allowed. And they're going to pivot in this way. Don't really want to play c4. Should have played queen f3. Okay. Yeah, this is just... yeah, I'm not thinking is the major problem with my current chess playing abilities right now. I'm actually going to go c4. I don't want to see this. And I'm going to prevent it by being aggressive. And maybe bishop d6 happens. I go back to f3. Admittedly, this was a waste of tempo, but no one cares. And develop and play g5 at some point. You know? Stopping that out from coming to d5 makes a lot of sense. g5 is genuinely a scary looking move and it's inbound. You probably castle so that f7 is not weak. But then you are castling into this progression of pawns. You know what I mean? And maybe the bishop comes here and sits on this diagonal. You don't have a light square bishop as well, so probably c4 is slightly less dubious in that regard. Maybe b5 at some point becomes a move. That looks scary, I'll admit. g5. I'm going to start with g5. I mean, it's a free move, no? You've just got to move. Okay. Here. Bishop a2. Rook f1. Castles. Queen e4. g6. You know what? I kind of like giving up this pawn. I think I can survive. And I vaguely believe in the initiative that I've got with the bishop pair here. Sorry, I've absolutely tanked. My energy is depleted viciously. And this is maybe the least entertaining right now. Hell yeah, Mr. Hugh, man. Mr. Hugh, man, tell me a little about yourself if you don't mind. Where are you from? What do you do? What are your dreams? Who do you love? Who loves you? Answer one or more of those questions, please, if you don't mind. Okay, here we go. Now I like this actually because then if you castle in response, I've got the rook on the h file because after queen here, likely g6, I can play bang bang quite quickly. So I think bringing this rook to f1, trusting the process. I mean, maybe they just castle queenside, by the way. That's very feasible, and I might have messed up immensely here. I mean, Marshall, what a wonderful thing to say. My guy, thank you. Thank you, man. Is it as entertaining when my left eye that doesn't work just drifts to the side because I get too tired? I don't know if that's happened this stream, but if I like start genuinely watch this, I'm gonna start calculating really hard, and whenever I'm tired and either do complicated maths or calculate quite hard in chess, my left eye, which I'm pretty much completely blind in, just drifts to the side. So, okay. I don't know if that just happened. That might have just happened. I sort of lost a bit of focus with my vision. So I kind of feel like it happened. It might not have though. Right. I can take this. Did anything happen? I don't know. I mean, I obviously can't see when that happens. Well, it's not obvious. Maybe I could see throughout my right eye thickly, but I can't. No, it didn't. Okay. Because I was still, if I do like this. It did. I don't know, man. Listen, I should stop doing this because my eye just starts to hurt. This is a really foolish idea, actually. Hold on, is my night light on? It is. Yeah, I have like a softer light setting on my computer to keep my sweet eyes healthy, even though one of them is not healthy. I think I'm slightly cross-eyed now. I need to end the stream. Christ. D1, I guess, is kind of obliged to play. Don't love that. Don't love that, but E6 might be hanging. I'm sure this would be a very interesting game. Yeah, eye health might be the most important thing. I mean, you hit... Why is my camera not focusing? Or am I going blind? This is very stressful. No, because the board's in focus. Hold on. Use your brain. It's 2 a.m, mate. I'm struggling. I'm literally now having like an actual out loud dialogue with myself. Bang. George, what on earth are you talking about, mate? The camera is also blind in one eye. Listen, I know I've fixed it now, mate. Don't you worry. Should I do this and just hope they don't see the... Forgive me for that cough that I did not mute for. Right. D5 seems to make some sense. Yeah, I mean, when the dust settles, George taking number one, I mean, doubtless was going to occur. I could do this and just hope they didn't see it. I'm not going to do that. I literally, the fact I'm now suggesting that, I'm so glad that I've promised this is the last game, that I've mentally and verbally committed to that. Lest I would be in some trouble. I would just lose another 24 games, go to bed at 4 a.m. and be kind of depressed in the morning when I realized that once again I sullied what could have been a fantastically productive and enjoyable night by longing it out, for want of a better word. Hell yeah, Colin. Enjoy, mate. Right. The thing is, though, I seem to not be, like, losing. I mean, I let them take on A2. GG question mark? What's the question mark? Wait, hold on, Marshall. Please clarify what's going on. 725 XP. God damn. What do you guys think of the song There There by Radiohead? I've been listening to it immensely recently. I could take this, and if you take here and I go here, your queen's hanging, and so is this, but then you're also already defending it and you can go back. So you saw a strong move. Oh, for black, maybe, possibly, plausibly, and several other words. Here. Okay, I'm removing this. That could have been... I mean, that could be a problematic decision. I'm open to the possibility that that's a problematic decision. The thing is, the queen defends this if I take. So I quite like that. And here, if rook takes this, I can play rook takes. Because should you take, I have mate there. So I might be being an idiot, but I think this is playable. Bishop here, didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about that. Bishop here. Bishop here. I mean, I go check. I think, to be honest, this is very interesting. Rook d3, rook d3. You don't have a check to my knowledge. Yeah, so they just recapture. That feels like it's a bit soft. Now the queen holds this as well. Play bishop f5 check. King here, presumably. Rook takes here. Also have this check, and I can maybe try and take this. Hold on. Here, king c7. I could take this, actually. I might nab one more pawn. Things might go quite well for me. I'm going to go check with the queen. I don't know. This feels right. You were right about your strong move. What was it? Just if it's, I'm assuming it's no longer relevant because you said it here, didn't you? Was it rook f8? It might have been rook f8. And then like some kind of queen trap maybe. But I think I was okay. Oh, that's not even... Oh, pawn to e4 was a strong move there. Takes, and bishop c2, and they... I'm confused. I'll have a little look. I'll have a little look afterwards. This seems not that ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, that was about to happen. Listen, I'm sorry. This is, yeah, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have started that game. Right. I'm going to quickly analyze and I'm going to wrap up the stream. I'll be back soon, of course. That was an embarrassing blunder, though. Queen f2 preemptively, apparently. g5 earlier. Queen f3 obviously was better. Apparently Marshall was dead right with d4. I thought this would be a problem. Oh, but they can take here, and it doesn't matter if I get this, because then there's a mate threat and my queen's hanging, and if I go back here, I don't know, presumably I'm just toasted. Yeah, like rook f8. Wow. Marshall, that's good vision, man. e4 is not even obvious to me now that I've seen it. I guess this, you just take f3. I kind of just thought, you know, this, and we'd hold this. So now if I go here, you can just take it. Okay, no, actually e4 is way more. But yeah, sorry, I'm too tired. Right. Damn it, I promised. I wanted to do one final bullet game. Whatever. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We attained a 4 brilliant move game. I believe that is a pretty good stream highlight. 4 brilliant moves in a row. Concomitant. No, that's not the right word. Consecutive. Concomitant means I think at the same time. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. Much appreciated you all being here. Especially those of you that supported, but also just all of you who watched, of course. You know, I just accidentally muted myself. Marshall, George, Jake, podium finishes from the boys, and it's much appreciated. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious stream. Thank you, China Boss. China Boss, just missing out the final there. I need to go to sleep. I'm just talking. Thank you to everyone. Peter, legend. Peter, where the hell did you say you were from? Damn it. Czech Republic or something? Man, I'm struggling to retain this. I need to go to sleep. I'll see you guys next time, which will be very soon. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, go and smash a like on it. Which, by I mean, what? If you haven't watched it, go smash a like on it. If you didn't enjoy it, up yours, mate.